Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna be having a match against Latsu. It's gonna be an RDU tier match, and I've kinda decided to use a different team, different approach. Definitely not my cup of tea, but the reason this team was made is because this is gonna represent my 100th, special on my Pokemon Black White 2. And let me just say by saying that I'm probably not gonna use this team ever again. Like, it was a request in the comments telling me use 6 Pokemon with 4 offensive moves, no support, no stealth rocks, no slack off, no recovery, no double screens, no setup with sword ends, just straight off 4 offensive moves. I know there are a couple of people that like playing like this, but I'm not one of them. Now, that's like, I don't know, I feel like it's so bad. It's like giving the Power Glove to Electivire and expect it to get a kill. Even without a Power Glove, it's Electivire. It doesn't get a kill. Anyways, Hidden Power Ground against Flamethrower doing equal damage to each other with our electric types. Electric versus Manectric, that was great. Switching out to my Sceptile afterwards in order to proceed to take his Hidden Power Ground, but he does make a clever move in case I stay in Flamethrower specs, realizing it, or in case I switch out to my Sceptile to retaliate by switching out to the appropriate Pokemon to force me out. Now, Dratigan comes in afterwards, expecting him to go for the Flare Blitz. Whatever else, I can probably even take it better. That is probably Choice Bandit Flare Blitz, indicating how much damage that's been doing to me. But still, just gonna go for Earthquake. I mean, I could have gone for Outrage straight out of the bat, but I still felt like he's got Quillfish, just in case he switches out to get Intimidate. I want to be doing some super effective damage outside of, stuck to Outrage, and then he can switch out to Sense Touch even more safer than he could on that turn, as I did get a crit. Impressive damage. He switches to Quillfish now, gets Intimidate, which doesn't look like it's gonna stop Dratigan from two-shotting this Quillfish, which is actually quite impressive, may I add. And switching out to his Lilligant in order to take this Outrage. Yeah, she should. Max defensive, definitely. Seeing it did more than, seeing it did less than against that Quillfish of his. And afterwards, I'm gonna switch out to my Magmortar, expecting him to go for the Sleep Out. This was actually a quite impressive move on my behalf, because, I am paralyzed already. So what are the chances of him going for the Sleep Outer? There are better chances going for him going for like Quiver Dance, but switch out to Magmortar just in case. And Flamethrower away, he switches out to his Quillfish again to take it. He is still surviving. I do have Fire Blast, but I didn't want to miss against the Lilligant, plus realizing it will probably be enough. Plus I'm expert about that I'm not Choice Scarf, which you're gonna see in a second. I'm just gonna go for Flamethrower on this turn. He switches out to his Entei to further take my move, but unfortunately the crit is gonna make it a two-shot, a solid two-shot. That's mighty unfortunate. He's gonna go for the extreme speed, and I'm gonna go for Focus Blast, because I'm gonna be frankly honest with you guys, that was not a misclick on my behalf. I was hoping I'm gonna miss with that. Like, I didn't feel that was right. Like, I'm already having a hard time accepting this team as it is, but getting crits with this, no. So let's go for the Focus Blast, let's miss and proceed to go from there. Let's challenge ourselves. So Quillfish comes in, Intimidate. Aquajet would probably still be a two-shot. I mean, even with lefties after that, I mean, it would probably not be a one-shot because of the resistance. But then again, maybe this Quillfish is not max defensive. See how much Outrage did back before, and Lilligant had been taking it better. This Quillfish is a bit of a mystery to me, if I were to be frankly honest. Anyways, switching out to my Electivire, because I was still thinking he probably has something to answer me, and he does with Destiny Bound. Kind of going more towards Pain Split, but that will do. Now, Flamethrower, just to take him out, there's really not much to say. Destiny Bound is something I cannot avoid with such team that's got nothing to to successfully avoid such moves. And again, Electivire didn't get a single kill. That was officially not a kill, considering that it took me down, with her. So that was pretty bad. Pretty sure I could have gotten a kill, I mean, like against this Lilligant here, but then again, I believe I would have been slower. I'm modest, I'm specs, but that's a question for another time. Now, just gonna switch out to my Dratigan after going for the going to Feraligatr, and after that, seeing that Lilligant comes in here, I know for a fact that she will probably go for the Giga Drain. There is no question about it. In case I avoid possible Sleep Powder, that may be the thing I would appreciate, but that's not the case. I'm just gonna go for Fire Punch. Doesn't take her out. This is most definitely a defensive variant. And after that, I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch. Thinking, okay, he's not gonna go for the Quiver Dance now. I'm immune to Sleep Powder. Probably gonna attack me. Let's just go for the priority. Let's not take any unnecessary damage in advance. And that was the case right there. Now, the thing is, Ninjask comes in here. That's a big problem towards my team. My two Pokemon, last two Pokemon, Sceptile and Medicham, are quite weak to Ninjask. Not to mention if he's got Arrow Ace, it's even worse for my Medicham. But I switch out to my Feraligatr, hoping and praying that I can somehow manage to survive Exeter. But with the help of Life Orb, that will probably not be the case. That would, you know, recoil damage from the Life Orb. Then again, he does rub into my face the fact that he's a Flying Gem boosted Arrow Ace user. Definitely no question about it, that will be enough to take me down. And on this turn I'm thinking, okay, so he's probably gonna think I'm gonna Sucker Punch, but then again I may not. So I'm gonna go for a Fire Punch. I do have Rough Skin, and all his offensive moves are probably gonna hit me. They're gonna need to touch me, which means Rough Skin is gonna, you know, it's gonna activate. But on this couple of turns there's gonna be lots of heavy things going on, so he's gonna go for Arrow Ace. So I'm thinking, okay, let's just go for the Fire Punch again, just in case he makes a sub. He's still at a comfortable amount of HP to make it, and then maybe even a Sword Dance. I don't want to be facing that. Still, I'm really scared of the Roost, but then again, who really runs Roost on Ninjask? Gotta go for the Sucker Punch, expect him to not make a sub, because Rough Skin after that should take him down if he doesn't have Roost. But we were both, well, he was calculating and told me that he would have survived the Rough Skin. That completely threw me off guard, and that completely threw him off guard, because I was kind of banking on him, thinking that after Rough Skin he would have not survived it, you know, making a sub, a Rough Skin. Either way, you know, his sub would have not been still standing, but we were wrong, and he should have calculated sooner. Still, gotta switch out to my Sceptile. Big mistake. Why did I do it? I don't know. Like, after that crit on Entei, like, my brain just left the building. No, seriously, this team I'm using right here, you know, to each his own, and it's not my cup of tea, and I don't like using stuff in format like this. So I was like, let's just get over it. But then again, I'm not saying that I was slacking off, which part of me kind of was. I mean, I would have never switched out to Sceptile, realizing this is an extreme speed bandit. Entei probably coming my way. What else would he do? You know, outside of that, Sceptile would have outspeed. But luckily enough, I still managed to take the move with my Medicham and retaliate and take him out. So still come down to be much closer than it should have been. I should have just stayed in with my Draudigon, and I was trying to take him down with style by activating Rough Skin, but I guess it was not enough to take down Entei. That was probably even 7 HP, considering Entei does have some massive HP to represent. It was an enjoyable match, but this team I'm using right here, I didn't feel comfortable using, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be swapping it. You know, to each his own, testing stuff, experimenting stuff to see what you're actually comfortable in using and what not, but this is probably one of the things that I'm not too comfortable in using. Hope you guys enjoyed. Share it with others if you want. Thank you very much for your continued support, and until next time, take care. Peace.